Whether she was the beautiful Jennifer Marlowe on WKRP, the most brainy, beautiful secretary in TV history, whether in her TV movies or her big screen movies, someone with Burt Reynolds successfully played a lot of characters on the small and big screen, but unfortunately, I have to pass the bad news that the native of St. Paul, Minnesota, Loni Anderson, has passed away. She again played the reception of Jennifer Marlowe in the CBS sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati for 5 years, which earned her key nominations for 3 Golden Globes and 2 Emmys. Born in St. Paul, the daughter of Clayton Carl Andy Anderson, an environmental chemist, and Maxine Hazel, a former model. She grew up in Roseville, Minnesota. As a senior at Alexander Ramsey Senior High School, she was voted Queen of the Valentine's Day Winter Formal of '63. As she stated in her autobiography, My Life in High Heels, her father was going to name her Loni, but realized that when she got to her teen years, it was likely to be twisted to Leilani, so it was changed to simply Loni. Now, her acting debut came with a big bit part in the film Nevada Smith, starring Steve McQueen. After that, she was mostly unemployed as an actress for nearly a decade. They received guest roles on TV series in the mid-1970s. Of course, her famous appearance on Three's Company, as well as SWAT, Phyllis, Police Story, and Harry O. She did audition for a role of Chrissy on Three's Company. She did not win the role, but in '78 guest starred as Susan Walters on a season 2 episode, which broke her big across TV land. This appearance brought her the attention of the ABC network. Now, her most famous acting role came as Jennifer Marlowe, with a body of mortal sin with the IQ of a genius on WKRP. She was offered a role when producers saw a poster of her in a red swimsuit, a pose similar to Farrah Fawcett's famous '76 poster. Hugh Wilson, the sitcom's creator, later said Anderson got the role because her body resembled Jane Mansfield and because she possessed the innocent sexuality of Marilyn Monroe. For her role, she was nominated for 3 Golden Globes and 2 Emmys. Although the series suffered in Nielsen ratings throughout most of its 4-year run, it was a big hit in Canada and international countries, with a strong following among teens, young adults, and disc jockeys. Of course, it was in syndication in the afternoon CBC lineup, I think, for 10 years. Owing to her rising popularity as the series' so-called main attraction, she walked out of the sitcom during the '80s summer hiatus, requesting a substantial salary increase. While she was renegotiating her contract, she starred in the TV film The Jane Mansfield Story with Arnold Schwarzenegger. When the network agreed to her request, she returned to the series and remained there until its unfortunate cancellation in '82. Aside from her acting career, Anderson has become known for her colorful personal life, particularly her long relationship with and marriage to actor Burt Reynolds. He starred in the comedy film Stroke or Race, which was critical and box office failure. She later appeared herself in the romantic comedy Lonely Guy, starring Steve Martin, and she also voiced Flo, a collie in the animated film All Dogs Go to Heaven. In the mid to late '80s, she teamed with Wonder Woman actress Linda Carter in the TV series Partners in Crime. A very, very good show, but didn't get a chance. And starred in the short-lived comedy series Easy Street with Jackie Lamb. She appeared in TV adaptations of classic Hollywood films, such as The Letter Tree Wives with Michelle Lee and Sorry Wrong Number, both of which received little attention. After starring in Coins in a Fountain, Anderson received considerable praise for her portrayal of comedian Thelma Todd in the TV movie White Hot, The Mysterious Murder of Thelma Todd. Now, in the early '90s, she attempted to co-star with her husband Burt Reynolds on the sitcom Evening Shade, but the network was not fond of the idea, thus replacing Anderson with Mary Lou Henner. After Delta Burke was fired from the sitcom Designing Woman '91, producers offered Anderson a role as Burke's replacement, which never came to pass because the network refused to pay Anderson the salary she had requested. She agreed to return to Jennifer Marlowe in 2 episodes of the new WKRP, a sequel. In '93, Anderson was added to the 3rd season of sitcom Nurses, playing hospital administrator Casey McAfee. Although her entering the series would attempt to boost the ratings, the series was cancelled shortly thereafter. In April 2018, Anderson was seen promoting WKRP in Cincinnati and other TV series on the MeTV network. She would do, again, the celebrity circuit, where my wife met her, I think, a few years ago in, I think it was either Framingham or Roll On. Though less frequent since the start of the 21st century, Anderson continued to act in TV series and played a lead role in the 2016-2020 web series My Sister Is So Gay. On October 3rd, 2023, it was announced that Anderson would feature in the Lifetime film Ladies of the '80s at Divas Christmas. According to an official synopsis, the movie follows 5 soap opera divas readying for a reunion show who take on playing Cupid during Christmas to bring together director and producer as they all learn the true meaning of the Christmas spirit. The ensemble cast is made up of Anderson, Linda Gray, Morgan Fairchild, Donna Mills, and Nicola Sheridan. Now, she was married 4 times. Her first 3 husbands were real estate developer Bruce Hasselberg for 2 years, actor Ross Bickle from 74 to 81, and actor Burt Reynolds, 88 to 94. Of course, Ross co-starred with her in the softball episode of WKRP. On May 17, 2008, she married musician Bob Slick, one of the founding members of the folk band The Brothers Four. They originally met at a movie premiere in Minneapolis in 1963. She also had a well-known affair with a co-star Gary Sandy near the end of her marriage with Bickle. Anderson had 2 children, a daughter Deidre, fathered by Hasselberg, and a son Quentin, adopted with Reynolds. She also has a sister Andrea. Her award-winning autobiography, My Life in High Heels, was published in 1995. Growing up with parents who both smoke, Anderson witnessed the effects of COPD, a lung disease often caused by smoking. In 1999, she became a spokesperson for a COPD support organization named COPD Together. Unfortunately, passed away on August 3rd, 2025, at a LA hospital following a prolonged illness. Now, filmography again, mostly. Vigilante Force, Stroker Ace, The Lonely Guy, All Dogs Go to Heaven, Munchie, 3 Ninjas, High Noon and Mega Mountain, and A Night in Roxbury, as Barbara Butabi. TV films, The Magnificent Magical Magnet of Saint Mesa, Tree and a Date, The Jane Mansfield Story, The Fantastic Fundies, Sizzle, Country Gold, My Mother's Secret Life, A Letter to Tree Wives, Stranded, Blondie and Dagwood, she played Blondie, the voice, Necessity, Whisper Kill, Too Good to Be True, Sorry Wrong Number, Blondie and Dagwood, Second Wedding Workout, voice, Going to the Fountain, Blown Away, White Hot, The Mysterious Murder of Thelma Todd, The Price She Paid, Gambler 5, Without Warning, Deadly Family Secrets, and of course, Ladies of the 80s and Divas Christmas. TV series, and there's a lot. SWAT, The Invisible Man, Harry O, Phyllis, Policewoman, Police Story, Barnaby Jones, The McLean Stevenson Show, Bob Newhart Show, Love Boat, where she played Barbie. WKRP in Cincinnati, 89 episodes, nominated for a Golden Globe in 81, and a Primetime Emmy nominations as well. Now, The Incredible Hulk, Tree's Company of Susan Walters, Coffee, Tea or Jack, The Love Boat Again, Fantasy Island, Partners in Crime, aka 50-50, Amazing Stories, Easy Street, Bell Striker, The New WKRP, Empty Nests, Nurses, Burke's Law, Women in the House, Melrose, Sabrina Teenage Witch, Clueless, Movie Stars, VIP, Tree Sisters, The Mullet, So Notorious, Baby Daddy, My Sister Is So Gay and Love You More. Now, My Life in High Heels, written by Larkin Warren, 95, and Morrow Publishing. Now, Loni Anderson, to us in Canada, she was sort of like everybody's Earth Mother, because she wasn't sexy on the show. She made her better. She made Les better. She made obviously made Johnny better. The beautiful Jennifer Marlowe. When Johnny convinced that Jennifer Marlowe was actually a transgender, that was kind of bizarre. But what really stands out was Pat O'Brien dying and leaving everything to her, and she's doing his memory by saluting his fellow soldiers. That was a very good episode. And the Christmas episode where he thought that she was by herself and everybody was delivering stuff. At the time, Herb finally had a date with Jennifer, and he was like that. But ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer Marlowe, when she was drinking Johnny's liquor, and Mr. Carlson's mother showed up, and she's in memory of her. The humanity of Loni Anderson at WKRP in Cincinnati. There's not enough thanks we can give to Loni, and Loni, you're looking down from heaven. We didn't type you cast you in that show. We saw your pure heart and your loveliness and your braininess. You're an all-encompassing woman. And to have you in our lives just for those few years at WKRP, you know what you meant to us in Canada? You are our babysitter. You are our best friend. You are a gay icon. You are a straight icon. Because we all wanted to have someone in our lives like Jennifer Marlowe, the secretary with a body of sin but a heart of an angel. And personally, ladies and gentlemen, I think my career as a journalist has benefited from the fact that every week on CBC and in syndication in the afternoon, this and the Simpsons bumped him from CBC syndication. We're really going to miss her. And Johnny is gone, but most of the cast is gone. Thank God there's still some around. But I don't know what to say, ladies and gentlemen. I never met her, but I think I can safely say Loni Anderson, one of the most important female TV actresses of the 20th century. Can you imagine a TV landscape without Loni Anderson? You can't even see it. Because you had Farrah Fawcett, sure, but Loni Anderson was there longer and doing more important roles. Farrah Fawcett went really heavily dramatic, but Loni always had that comedy side that Farrah kind of lost for a while. And, I think Loni Anderson, again, if there's a Hall of Fame for TV actresses, she'd be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So, ladies and gentlemen, all the Loni Anderson fans, you have my condolences. So if you like what you're doing with our TV tributes as part of Remote Control, let us know in the like, comment, subscribe, or share.